Support for this podcast comes from the patrons at patreon.com/FMLFPL. Okay! Welcome to FMLFPL, Milan.
It's Walsh.
What up, baby?
Back in the life and the times of COVID is back, baby.
It's fucking awful. It feels so bad.
We're back in there. Back in there. Yeah.
I know. It feels so fucking bad. But hey, we both got greens this week.
Yeah.
It's not all down, you know?
It's work.
All the time.
Sometimes, all the time.
Some percentage all the time, yeah. What'd you do? Yeah. You tripled, right?
Yeah, I brought in Raz, classic
zero.
Foden, and Gelhardt. Love the Gelhardt for some Munsons. I don't know. I don't even remember who I got rid of. Oh, Bowen's fucking shit ass pick. I'm so glad I got rid of him.
Ronaldo and Basuma, yeah.
Yeah, so I got rid of 3 points and I transferred in like 13 minus 8. So I guess I about neutral on the
plus
hit,
2.
But sure, plus 2.
We take those.
But my happiness is so high from the players I brought in. So obviously my season is a complete shambolic mess, but I'm just fucking I got like, Foden I'm obsessed with. And Raz I love. So I'm just getting players I like. And
yeah, your midfield is like
my
five of your favorite. Yeah.
So Martinelli, honestly, I brought him in like 4 game weeks ago, just because I absolutely love him and adore him. Right, and he's actually a really good pick.
But it's not just that, because you also rated really highly.
Yes, yeah, that's part true, of it. But he also had like a start, and I was like, he'll probably be on the bench next game. I'm buying him anyway.
From an FPL perspective, you only bought him because you love him, but from like a now he's actually playing perspective, it's like, well, we've also rated him for a long time, and if he's getting regular minutes and somehow staying fit, then like he might be really, really good.
Yeah. So, I think the most miraculous thing that happened this game week is that Reece James did not get 0 points. That's my biggest takeaway.
No idea how he got max bones, by the way. He
put in so many unsuccessful and somewhat successful crosses and set pieces. So you know how the BAP's like that.
You got me there. Yeah, I didn't think he had a good game. I thought he could have easily gotten 2 yellow cards, like minimum 1. He didn't get any. And then after the game, it's just like max bones. And I was like, what is going on here? But, good for you.
Boners.
Good for you.
Easy boners for
and Ziyech playing. It's unlucky, honestly.
Yeah, he could have walked away with the return, but Ziyech, he didn't play. I only watched the last like 20 minutes of the game. I missed most of it, but it didn't look like on highlights that he was really covering himself in too much glory. Even though he was getting in good positions, it looked like.
Yeah, I think first half was more when they were like clicking, and it was like, oh my God, they could have scored like 3.
Yeah,
second half was kind of weird.
He's only had 2 or 3 starts all season.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, but all the other fucking Chelsea players got COVID besides him, so that's pretty good.
Yeah,
for me.
He dodged that bullet. Yeah,
he dodged the
same with Mount. I have Mount.
They have to play. There's no other even for Tommy Two Gloves, no other options.
Yeah.
Anyway, but enough about me. Do you fucking absolutely storming the castle, baby? You're going nuts this year.
I'm on 78. I took a hit, so 74. I went up 100K to 212. My birthday. What's funny is because Broya was part of my hit out, I actually netted negative on that because he drops 12, but like joke, like what the fuck? He wasn't even supposed to play, he's like 50-50 flagged, hurt, and then he fucking
the assist
double
is
returns.
From being fouled, and the goal was
30-yard fucking Butland goal.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. But other than that little myth, every one of my team returned except Bilva, who got hurt and hooked, and Antonio, who's just like one of the worst players in the Premier League.
In the league, yeah. You're walking straight in, double return. Let's go.
I was nervous about that shit because I was everything we talked about. I was like, I don't know how they're gonna play, how they're gonna look. Like, are they gonna attack?
Well, who he's gonna play? I mean, you saw the lineup.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Ashley Young in the front three.
Ashley Young's playing forward. It's like,
come on, man. But they racked up the pressure more than I thought they would be able to. So that was good.
Dude, let's do the housekeeping. I really want to talk about that game. So.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna skip the leagues again because the FPL shit's not updated as usual. But next week we'll update them. So good job by whoever. And you want to start with that game?
Yeah, I thought the Villa game was. I mean, because the team was really negative, but they played really well.
Yeah, they played really well.
It seemed like it was one of those things of just everyone knew what they were supposed to be doing, and the tactics were good, and they just whittled Norwich down and, got some chances, took a couple and just kind of cruise controlled in that game is sort of what I was making of it.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Villa? Villa, it's exciting.
Yeah, like obviously the assist is lucky. I'm not, he lays it off to Ramsey who runs 40 yards and blams one in, like whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I was really, really impressed. It just seems like he's implemented a system very quickly that isn't just defensive. They also know how to like control a game and move the ball forward. I don't think there weren't many like huge chances until Ollie's goal late on, but the pressure was immense. Like they were just like keeping it in Norwich's final third for the majority of the game. Like they're racking up shots, just like passing around the area, like just trying shit. It was just good. It was just like a good organized performance. Norwich haven't been that bad recently.
No, they've been actually good.
They've been like pretty good. Like they should have drawn United. They have like a win, a couple draws, whatever. And Villa just fucking dominated them.
Dino time, baby.
Dino, but it's also Stevie time.
Yeah. What did you make of? Because I had 30% attention on this game.
Yeah.
I was mainly focusing on the City drubbing. What did you make of Buendia's performance?
Good. Yeah, I still think he's good. I still think he's like very important to the team. And I'm sure Derek's going to respond and be like, he gives the ball away too much and stuff like that. But I think that's almost like part of what he's asked to do is
sort of like Bruno-esque.
Yeah. Just try like risky stuff. Like try to make the huge playmaking turn or pass that threads everyone or whatever. Like promising, good. But honestly, Chukwuemeka, the kid.
Yeah, we've been talking about him.
Every time he subs on, something huge happens. And he subbed on. About. He gives Ollie a tap in after like blowing by someone on the left. And he stopped starting Ashley Young in the front three. Like this kid clearly deserves a start in my opinion. And Jacob Ramsey's so good. He's so good.
Ramsey's good. And it was also good to see Ings on the bench.
Yeah. Love seeing Ings on the bench.
Because if he's starting, who knows how that trickle downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many interesting fantasy picks on the team, I think. And it's, we're still trying to get a lay of the land of kind of who and what order. But, the defense is still really good looking. The McGinn's good. Buendia could be a good pick. Ollie, is going to be involved in most of the good things. They're kind of up and down, and they're all priced to buy. These are all mid-priced, cheap assets. Yeah, Villa, and they have good fixtures, right? So
they're very easy to like too. I think
now they are. They are. Now that Dino's gone, and I agree.
Yeah, they just have like
JT's
a lot
gone.
JT's gone. Dino's gone. Everyone hated Jack. We love Jack, or I did at least. But
don't speak.
I'm not. I won't loop you into that.
Mings is the only one that needs to go.
Well, he's been playing well, so
no. I'm just saying from a likability standpoint.
Likability.
When he stamps on someone's face with his studs, I'm like, I don't need to ever see him play anymore again. But it's 2021 and he's still playing in the league. So,
but I don't know if Buendia's ever going to be a pick. Especially when like Ramsey's 4-5 and playing like the same role basically.
I don't know. I think Buendia, like buying him right now is good. I think it's like a really good punt. Yeah, I do. I think it's, they have Burnley and then they have Leeds coming up, Brentham coming up. Yeah. I just feel like it's going to either be now or never, I feel like.
Maybe. Yeah.
And it's the kind of one where, seen enough of him, and he's clearly started badly. There's clearly a creative player in there, and he's very tricky and slippery.
Yeah.
He's, it seems like Stevie's, backing him.
He
even
is,
though
for
he
sure.
didn't start that Liverpool game, but
no, that's a different game.
Yeah. No, it's a different, thing. But I feel like, at 6'2", he's kind of interesting. Because McGinn is also sort of a
McGinn's
proven
been
asset
so good. Yeah.
in terms of just, returning little 1 in 3, 1 in 4.
Yeah.
They're basically the same price, but McGinn's the late runner for a shot outside the box, or maybe he'll be the late, 1 or 2 chances a game at best. Buendia's
in the box. He touches the ball in the box for sure.
But Ramsey's still a child.
I'd still rather have like the defenders. I feel like than Buendia though. Yeah, like if you were doubling with Watkins, because Watkins I'd easily rather have than anyone. But if you were doubling with Watkins, I'd rather go for like Target or Cash.
Yeah, and I think the defenders are good picks as well. But just we have so many cancellations this weekend, so people might be looking for players in that midfield bracket. Just looking at that in isolation. But I definitely would, like, if prioritizing. Yeah, I think the defenders are probably a safer bet. I mean, they're not punts; they're just good picks.
Yeah, and it's also
very much a punt.
I mean, maybe we pivot to a little bit of COVID talk because it's not meaningless that they're the first game of the week.
No,
and
you're right.
Up until the deadline's an hour and a half before kickoff, we should pretty much know that they're not having a COVID breakout and the game's going to play, and so therefore it'll be the first 11. You would think. So if you're transferring in or free hitting in, like that's going to be the safest place to go. So actually, I didn't even think of that, but
or you just get Chris Wood,
straight in.
Yeah. No, but Villa, and it's exciting to see the future Liverpool manager starting off so well at Villa.
Yeah, I mean, good friend. No comment. He's a good guy. But I mean, seriously, if you live in a time zone that permits, I wouldn't make a transfer until 30 minutes before the deadline, if possible, because there were already down to 5 matches this game week, and who knows, it might be 0 by the time there's kickoff.
So I mean, I think maybe we'll spend a few minutes on this because this is obviously not, enthralling content or really enjoyable to talk about. But I mean, are there any, have bench players diversify on teams, like have 2 goalkeepers? Like, I mean, are there any things like that you would like advise upon, or would you?
I mean, we got questions on that note, so it's good you brought that up. But I mean, I think definitely the most obvious is just like have playing players on your bench.
So like Keenan Davis, no.
Bad pick. It's bad pick, straight up. I mean, I think 2 playing keepers from different teams is a nice luxury. If you can do it, you will probably come out ahead in that.
So if I could get like crawling for gun,
perfect.
Okay.
But I mean. A lot of people were also asking about like tripling. I'm doubling. Like, what am I gonna do? Transfer out my Liverpool players? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not transferring out my City players either. It just
that's a little bit. To me, that would be more of my player has COVID, so okay, they're gonna miss 2 games, so I'm transferring them out. Like you have Van Dijk. It's like, okay, well I'll get fucking Matip or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like diversifying teams just to be like, oh, great, I have a spread is just, I mean, that might even be worse. Like, I mean, I have all my players on 3 teams basically. So I'm only missing like a player for 5 games missing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so that could also work. That's like, seems too fucking random.
I mean, when it comes to like your bench guys, sure, I guess I could get behind that. Like don't get your 4 or 5 from the same team that you already have 2 players from or something. If it doesn't, make that big a difference between the players. But when it comes to like your starting 11, like pick the best FPL picks first before thinking about diversity, I think. But two playing keepers seems, that's a pretty easy one that seems very good.
The thing that sucks about it is that literally every single 4 or 5 goalkeeper is so bad. So
I haven't even looked at them in a while. Are they all just worthless?
Dude, it's fucking embarrassing how many hours of my life I spend looking at goalkeepers, and I still have ultra. Sanchez. It's insane. Yeah, I mean, it's Guaita, Kroll, Bob Monster Sanchez. I mean, Dubravka,
Fernandez,
Bachmann.
Fernandez.
It's sick.
Brentham.
It's actually sick. They're all on teams that you think might keep a clean sheet every 7 games.
Yeah, you just need to get a lucky pen save or like a 9 save Pickford game or something from one of them.
Yeah, unless if you're willing to spend like 10 or 11 million on your goalkeepers, which is a little bit nutty,
a little
but
soon.
It could be okay, but
yeah,
probably not.
Could come out ahead. But yeah, I mean there's 5 games postponed this weekend for those who haven't followed. I mean, would you consider a free hit? Like if your team is just fucked and you have 6 players or something?
No, I mean, I still feel like how many fucking cancellations we've had? Spurs haven't played a game in like a month. I mean, we're going to have team.
I don't understand how they're going to play again. Yeah.
We're going to have so many double game weeks. Like, I feel like you're going to be...
game weeks.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a little cheeky triple, but I feel like you're going to be doing so much better to, pump it out for 30 players on a game week than, getting... Instead of taking a hit and having 8 players to do free hit to get 11, it's like, I don't know.
Like
and then
how
you're
much
still
are you
left
moving
with
the needle to get like, triple Villa and Wood and like, I
mean, listen, if you're free hitting, you're obviously going to have a better team than what you have now. That's unquestionable. But I still think that it's worth it to wait.
I think I'm actually with you because also we've seen it 100 million times before. It's really hard to predict what happens in 1 week. Like again, like you said, like no question on paper your team's going to be better on a free hit, but predicting 1 week, 1 match is really hard. Whereas if you're free hitting on a double or a triple or whatever, you just get so many more opportunities.
Yeah, you're just increasing
to nail it.
You're increasing the dice you get to roll, basically.
Yeah.
And you can also be free hitting, and you're like, oh, sick. Like I'll get these Chelsea, City, Liverpool, whatever. We wake up on Sunday, it's like, not going to work here anymore.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, well, now I have the same thing I had before. Like I have 5 players, just like I did before. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem great.
I think we basically answered everyone's questions regarding that stuff, except for just the 2 other ones were Ritzy D said, is 8 enough for game week 18? Should I be Steve and bother using my free transfer? And then Jeff said, we can cap Sunday guys, but I argue we should vice cap a Saturday guy. And sort of related, should transfers only be used to bring in players who go on Saturday? So sort of what we were talking about earlier. And I think that's probably wise, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the context matters too. I don't know. I'm not. I don't think that that's really like the greatest idea. I still feel like it's like just because we know the Villa game's going ahead, so you want to vice Watkins.
So I'm going to vice Ollie and cap Mo or something, just like as an example.
The way Burnley's been playing, it's a fucking shit-ass fixture for Watkins and Villa. I mean, I would still want to vice like Bilv or maybe not him, he's injured, but a player on Foden. Whatever. Yeah, Foden or something. I mean, I just don't think it, like I'm going to live in this much fear of like, game gets canceled, both games it's like, I mean, if that happens, then fucking fine. Fuck me. I don't get, a couple points, but I think I still am going to like play my game in that regard.
It's very unfun to try and play the game like how Jeff is suggesting. And I'm not trying to say it's wrong. Like it might be the smart thing to do if you're climbing the rankings, but it's so fucking unfun to be like, my only transfers have to be on Villa and Burnley and my vice cap has to be in Villa and Burnley because it's the first game. For the next like 3 weeks, you're going to do that? Like it sucks. You're not getting anyone you want.
Yeah. And I mean, I think also regarding, transferring players in like play Saturday, Sunday, I mean, who do I get rid of? Like how many players is good? Like I still think you should look at your team as, okay, am I making my team for the medium term like much worse by doing these moves so I have an extra couple players this weekend?
Right.
Or am I getting rid of some picks that are already like kind of questionable who also aren't playing? Because then you're more open to taking hits,
Right.
Like I have fucking true. Damari Gray. Like, yeah, not playing and didn't start. Like, he probably has COVID or some shit. Like, yeah, get rid of him and that. No, hit him out. Like, no question about it. You know, those kind of things.
It'll come ahead over 3 weeks. Don't think about it in 1 week.
Ron playing Newcastle next game week, or, you know, that kind of shit. And, you know, if you're still backing West Ham, I mean, they play Southampton next, you know, those types of things, you know, thinking about, you know, is this going to be an upgrade of my team, or am I just doing this so I have a player, but I'm making my team worse? I think those are the kind of questions you need to probably ask yourself when you're looking at transfers this weekend.
I think most people are probably on around like 8 or 9-ish. Yeah. And, you know, so if you're in and around there, I don't worry about it too much. We all have Mo anyway. Like, that like decreases your chances of getting totally fucked.
Yeah.
Speaking of West Ham, Vikings said thoughts on Antonio. They have Norwich next. Jokes on him. That game's not happening. And great fixtures after that. But the guy only has 1 shot on target last 8 game weeks. Form versus fixtures, etc.
Yeah, of all the games I was the most upset to see called off, it was this one, because I mean we were talking right after the game. I was like, I'm getting him the fuck out of my team. Like, and you know, it's just coming to fruition before our very eyes. You know, something that we've been concerned about. We've been mentioning, you know, on the pod for the last few games about, you know, they're just, you know, non-functioning, you know, going forward. I mean, you know, they did look a little bit moderately competent against Burnley. They created a couple things, but they just, you know, they're just devoid of a lot of creativity in that team. And, you know, when the other team isn't, you know, flooding forward and they're able to counter, they just are kind of a mess. And Antonio obviously looks like, I don't know, he's like 60 years old or something.
He's just so tired. Yeah,
he just looks like he can't play football. And I mean, this is, you know, he just looks terrible. And I don't think that holding him because the fixtures are good is good. I think that's dumb. I think they look bad enough that, you know, and he looks bad enough that he's just not worth holding.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So the main concern there is, you know, where do you go? Because suddenly, you know, you look at the forward landscape and you look at, you know, the fucking 10 teams that play this weekend. It's like, ugh. You know, I mean, Watkins is, you know, off a goal and an assist and in air quotes, like I guess, like the obvious one to go to. But I also have my reservations with him. You know, I you know, he's not prolific by any stretch, and you know, he'll probably tick and trickle, but
he has he doesn't excite me. Good things that make him like a solid pick. Like he has enough like good shit behind him that makes him always a solid pick. Like we've mentioned every week for the past like 3 weeks, like fitness monster, really good on bones, like gets in the area. You know, all that stuff. The team played well in their one easy match so far, whatever. But no, I feel you. It's not like you never feel amazing bringing in Ollie. Like, oh my God, maybe he's gonna brace. Like I can't even imagine him bracing.
He would have. It would be an accident.
Yeah, it'd be a pen and a header or something. But yeah, I mean, this kind of maybe we can also talk about some Arsenal because ethical. I feels.
Question. Oh wait, one more. I just want one more thing on West Ham before we move on. I mean, they have the injuries are actually obscene, and I mean Cresswell's been close for a month. I don't know. He's
as close as DCL.
You know, I mean, their back line. I mean, they have Soufal with the fucking ban. I mean, Dawson, dude. I was actually losing my mind watching Dawson play football on
terrible football
on midweek. He can't turn. Like any time he had to turn, it was just insane.
The amazing thing about Dawson that I watched the match with Nate and we were talking about Dawson. The amazing thing about him is that he was never good, but he somehow didn't get worse. Really,
he's playing right back,
but he didn't really get worse.
He's the same.
He's the same level that he was
at Pulis
10 years ago at West Brom.
Absolutely,
but it was never good, but he's at the same level somehow. It's really weird. But yeah, he's just slow. He's an oaf. He was just...
I mean, Masuaku can't play left back.
Dominated them.
It was insane. Jop and Dawson pairing is common. I mean, they brought that little baby kid, Andy Ashby or whatever.
Yeah, Ashby. He's got to start.
he's the only fucking player they have. that shit like really matters. You know, I mean, maybe they're not gonna play for 10, 14 days with COVID, but
maybe the rest will rejuvenate Antonio, but I'm not really believing in that.
That's the thing is like, I don't see how they get better because they were sort of getting away with it for a while, right? I mean, winning 1-goal games.
The only argument for them getting better, legit only argument is rest. Like if they don't have a COVID outbreak, which we don't know if they do or don't really, but if they don't and they're all fit and just training magically and they just rest and maybe they just bounce back and Antonio looks like himself again, but that's like a fucking, it feels like I'm throwing a dart into the fucking ocean there.
It's a mess. So, I mean, that's one where it's like, okay, that's a hit that you want to take. You know, you want to get rid of him because, you know, medium term fixtures be damned. I mean, you watch this team play, it's like they're a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you wanted to go over to Arsenal.
Well, yeah, just because of this question from Ethical FPL. He said Ali or Lacazette. I know Laca's not exactly in full flow, but he has Leeds, Norwich next to. Captain, he's nailed. He's on pens and team playing well around him.
What? Excuse me?
What?
On pens? Are we sure?
Is he not? Yeah, he's on pens.
He just fucking dunked it. He might not be now.
Okay, yeah, but
I mean, come on, baby.
Unless they let Partey shoot it from 20 yards, I don't know if there's anyone else that can take a pen there.
Martinelli can fucking pen his life away.
He
you think Brazilians don't know how to pen?
He probably can, but don't give it to Saka. Saka's too soon. Yeah.
And Pew Pew isn't allowed to play, so Martinelli's gonna take the next one, baby. You heard it here first.
Okay. Well, maybe
anyway,
pens.
Keep going.
Maybe pens. And the team playing well around them is the time to get ahead of the curve. And so I wanted to jump to this question because I feel like the two like in vogue forwards that people are going to move to are going to be Laka and Ali.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's just a worse, more expensive version of Ali. I feel like he's very, very similar as an FPL pick as Ali. You know, the only thing is he doesn't play 90. He's not a fitness monster. But in terms of what I expect, like I expect him to just kind of trickle and tick.
Yeah, goal here, an assist there, maybe
not
a pen.
Explosive because he sucks dick at finishing.
No, he's such a good finisher, but he's bad at other stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, I'm still... I mean, they play Leeds, which is... We talk about that for a little. That's kind of... Leeds is actually the funniest thing in my...
They need Craig Dawson.
But they have Norwich, Wolves, City, Spurs, Burnley, Wolves again. It's not good. You know, I mean, how many chances?
It's really bad.
They create chances when the other team is completely not functioning. They do not create chances when the other team's playing well. I mean, I think that's been consistent of Arsenal all season. I
think lately they've been way better. So I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, I think
like their two most best performances of the season in the last two games.
Yeah, Southampton, West Ham at home, West Ham were... Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I'm just still a little bit unconvinced by Arsenal, full stop.
Okay. Yeah.
In the attacking areas.
Absolutely
I think their spine is very good, and I think that they've been playing better and improving, you know, gradually, but I'm just still a little bit worried about that. And, you know, seeing how Smith Rowe gets reintegrated and, you know, what that looks like. He's 8'3", you know, I mean, if he was like 6'5", I'd be like, 8'3", cool. Yeah, Laka's 8'3". So, I mean, I see some issues. And, you know, Martinelli's 5'2". I think he's just a better pick.
Yeah, I agree.
Even
Unfortunately, the thing that sucks is we have to play forward.
Yeah, to play forward.
That's the thing that I'm going to jump back to, though, with Ali and Laka, because I agree with you. I think they're both like one return kind of trickler guys. And Ali has the nicer, like the longer, nicer fixture run. So that's nice to have. And he's cheaper. But the thing that also is a follow-up is like, well, I guess Ali price rose. He's 7.7 now. But like, that's good enough.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
you're right.
Because when you start looking for explosive guys... There are none. There's literally no forward who's explosive who doesn't have COVID.
That's true.
So it's like, I still just think, you know, there's none. Ollie's just nailed and good and bones and like, that's just fine. Like, you can have Ollie and two shitters and just play, he's your only forward and that's fine. You're just like totally fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's where I'm at on forwards.
Laka just doesn't really excite me. Like, I'm not sitting here like, yeah, he's a great pick at all.
Yeah,
like,
I just think he's fine. All. Yeah, fine pick. But yeah, Arsenal, I don't know. We got our Arsenal back. Al said, is it time for us all to get Martinelli? So,
I mean, look, right? He's fucking really good player. He's always
amazing.
Been a really good player. Like, we've been fucking talking about him for years.
Actual years, yeah.
He just has a lot in his locker, and he's still really young. It's, he does have a tendency. He's really interesting to me sometimes though, watching him, because I think he is being asked to do some things that he's not like the best at right now in this Arsenal's team, in this setup, because in the box movement sometimes leaves me a little bit, wanting. Sometimes I can't exactly explain it very well, but like his pressing and just his energy and his activity is just so high. He's just such a handful to deal with, and he tracks back and wins the ball back. He's just, he really has like everything in him.
Yeah, the thing that I think makes him so good for Arsenal, and something that always like catches our eye, is like he's just like a slasher.
Yeah,
which I guess is like a basketball term, but like he can just, he's obviously he's not Mane and Mo, but the skills that he has at this point in his career are that you would see on a Liverpool forward. It's like he's a wide man who cuts inside and is a real goal threat from wide.
Yeah.
And I feel like, Obbs was that, but they don't really have that with like Saka and Smith Rowe and Ode and like whoever else is playing, Pepe, and like he just
I think it's in possession though in the final third is where he needs to improve. Like he's good on the break and the counter, but that movement when they have the ball and they're set, like I feel like tends to get lost a little bit and doesn't offer that much.
I see. Okay.
When they are in positions to like, we should create chances here. Like I feel like those are the kind of times when I'm watching him. It's like he's like Jota. I feel like has gotten better at that. Where like he was used to be like on Wolves, like really only just good at countering. Yeah. And now with Liverpool, he does offer a lot and he pulls and that kind of thing. And I mean, Martinelli's still really young. He's going to get there. I think
he's super young,
but he gets fit.
Chances.
He gets chances, and
which is the best indicator of fucking goal scorers. Yeah.
Yeah. He's really fucking good.
He's a great pick. Every game he goes down at least twice for an extended period of time, which is just fucking horrible to watch when you own the player.
You hope he returns every game. He has 4 returns in 5 games.
Yeah. He's
a monster. He's so good.
He's so good.
He's a fucking beast. Absolute beast.
And he's earned like the XG. Like this isn't like a fucking freak shit that he's just scoring on like
we wouldn't be talking about him like that.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying for the UK audience who don't get to watch on TV and just see match of the day highlights. Like it's not like a flash in the pan thing.
No, he's
a fucking great pick.
He's a really good pick.
And guess what? They play on Saturday against Leeds.
Yeah. So
great fucking pick.
I mean, I think we need to spend just 1 or 2 minutes on the Chelsea-Everton game today. I mean, Everton, dude.
What a lineup.
The lineup was actually out of control.
How many people in their starting 11 could drink alcohol in the United States? Like 4?
I mean, he plays like 7 defenders. He was playing like 4 center backs. I mean, John Joe Kenny in fucking like midfield. I don't even know.
Kenny's a ledge.
And Ben Godfrey's like fucking wingback. Branthwaite, Anthony Gore. I mean, Ellis Sims. What the fuck is Ellis Sims?
Dude, he's large.
The Branthening?
Yeah, Brandt.
What's happening?
Brandt is a ledge too. All these fucking guys have been around.
Gomez and shit.
They're all young as hell and have somehow been around forever. I don't really know what's up.
Incredible that they got a fucking point.
So to answer my question, 5 of the people who made an appearance could not drink alcohol in the United States.
Yeah, that's a lot of the players.
Yeah, and then the
the
who
others
are
me? Dobbin.
Dobbin.
He was all over the place.
His dive though.
Yeah, well, you got you got to swim a little bit when you're a baby.
Cheeky little Lewis.
Yeah, straight from. Let me try this. Townsend taught me this in fucking training, so I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Chelsea, what the fuck are they doing? They, to be fair, like they haven't been as good as they were today. In the other games where they drop points, they were like the other games where they drop points, they deserve to drop points. They played like shit and like barely created. This game they actually were like
the Watford game.
Yeah,
they played like fucking shit. They won that.
Awful. The Brentford game. Yeah, they won 1-0. Like
that was
awful performances. Yeah, it's just what I think of.
This stands out. Yeah.
And then today I'm as a Mount owner, I was like, oh my fucking god! Like he could have had like multiple goals in the first half. Like they were just creating nonstop. Pickford was saving everything. Pickford was on fire. And then
speaking of someone who returns every game.
Yeah, fucking Mount. I've been trying to tell the people, and no one listens to me. And he just literally 4 straight games. But
well, people listen. I mean, he's in 1 in 5 teams.
Is he now?
Yeah.
Maybe price rose again. Nice. Good job, guys. Listening to me. But I don't know. Then they just I feel like the last 20 where you would think they're really pushing, they really need the win. They didn't create no idea what fucking thing.
They take Marcos off, put on fucking Atletico
actual
Saul, like
diabolical change by him. Sal's marking Brandt on the fucking goal that they conceded.
What marking?
Yeah. He was just jumping. He was like me trying to fucking stage dive in 7th grade. That's what he looked like, trying to go for a header.
He should have just put Kepa on instead and put him in the outfield. Like,
he's tall.
Saul is... I don't even know what the fuck. Every single minute he's played, he's looked like the worst player on the pitch by
I don't know what's happening with him.
By miles.
He used to be like... one of the best midfielders in La Liga. Yeah, like extremely high rated.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to play anymore.
Yeah, he forgot somehow along the way. Yeah, I don't know. The sub was really bad.
Yeah,
it really hurt the team.
I mean, come on. Conte was on the bench. He doesn't throw him in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You need
to on the fucking bench if he can't play. I mean, they clearly put Saul on instead of it.
I mean, nuts. Maybe Marco Say was like out of gas, but it was 1-0. Like I don't know. Is any game
Marco Say though?
Is any game done at 1? It wasn't even. It was 0-0 when they
was it when this.
Yeah, they banked 16. It. It was 0-0.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I'll take the banked clean, but like still kind of a ridiculous decision.
Yeah, it's questionable. I mean, again, we said this last pod before this draw, but Chelsea will settle into 3rd place. Yes. And that's what they'll finish.
It's a 2-horse race.
Yeah.
I feel like pretty confident saying that at this point.
Very confident in that.
What City and Liverpool have done these last 4 years and are probably both going to do this year also is just no one's ever come close.
Yeah.
And it just seems like they're going at that pace again. It's fucking bizarro land. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Leeds.
Speaking of City, Kev is back on the menu.
Well,
thanks to Leeds.
Yeah, we knew that.
But yeah, you called that. That was your scout. That was like your eye test. Well, yeah,
I watched the game.
You watched Champions League. Yeah,
the Leipzig game. So we tell things when we watch the games. Leeds is a state. They're in a fucking state right now. I mean, what can you say?
What can you say?
Their players are so
upset
bad
that they didn't concede 9. I was really rooting for Ozzy and the other Southampton.
For Ralph to have
just to wipe Ralph slate clean a little bit. Just like, see? Sometimes you let up 9. It just shit happens. But yeah, they're just... Is it true that Bamf re-injured himself on the goal celebration on the equalizer?
Yep.
Like, that is...
in stoppage time.
That is real bad.
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, they have their bench in this game.
Can you just read all the names, actually?
Christopher Klaassen, Joe Gelhardt.
Gelhardt's a ledge.
He, first of all, didn't belong on the bench. Should have started. But he'll start this game. It's fine. Charlie Cresswell may or may not be related to Aaron. Cody Drama may or may not be related to Johnny Drama. Crescencio Somerville may or may not be like a Charles Dickens character in a book. I don't know what the fuck that is. Sam Greenwood may or may not be related to fucking Idiot Wood. Click. Polish fraud scam human
Adam
with
Sandler
fucking
movie.
Simple Jack haircut.
Yeah.
Liam McCarran, definitely 15. And Jack Jenkins, who's maybe a human. Don't know. What is this?
What is that?
This is a bench, I mean, you throw this 11 out, you're like, oh, we're playing City, like things aren't going well. Let me look to my bench to change things. You look to your bench, like, oh, fuck. Like, I don't know who any of them are. It's just such a mess. Then they have Firpo's going to get a ban. I mean, meanwhile, in the starting 11, I mean, Tyler Roberts just plays every game. Jack Harrison's been playing. I mean, Shackleton's playing right back. It's just, everything is so fucked up.
And then they can't even clear it off the line. Like Dallas swing and miss, Raf swing and miss, and clearances off the line, dude. And just
it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
they have like 2-3 players in this 11 plus bench who are Premier League like starters. Meslier is like, he's regressed a lot, but he's good. Ayling, no, he's good. He's good. Ayling. Llorente,
Dallas, Raf.
That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
That would be 4 or 5 players in the whole fucking squad.
They're so fucking bad.
They're fucked. Them and Everton, dude. They need to they should keep playing every
31 shots.
31 shots.
31 shots.
Like Leeds and Everton should play each other every single week.
They just poured it on because there was like nothing else to do. Choose something to do. They just shoot again and score again, and then they reset, and they're like, here. We're just...
the way Leeds play, they can't even recycle possession because Leeds are like they're running at them nonstop, so they just pass towards Leeds end instead.
Yeah, it's not
insane.
It's not actually weird that the 9-0s were Ralph and the 7-0 was Bielsa. Because they're the two most similar managers in the Premier League with pretty bad squads.
Yeah.
So like, when shit goes wrong and they concede basically, weak shots and whatever, they fucking concede 1 million. Yeah, it was a joke. And I'm me with fucking Bilva who gets subbed at halftime because he gets hurt, and then 5 more goals get scored? 4 more goals get scored.
Well, he got more points than Raz, so
true. I mean, it's Gundo comes on, gets 2 side pass assists. I'm like, cool.
Gundo cannot be denied.
Fucking annoying. But yeah, I don't even know what to say about that game. I feel like we didn't learn anything about City, and we just already knew Leeds were a fucking joke.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just consolidated those things. Like City just roll, and Leeds are an absolute fucking fuckfest mess.
Yeah, a lot of red flags on their FPL page. No, 0 yellow flags.
No, they're straight up red.
Straight red.
Yeah.
Hold the mustard.
They're in trouble.
Just catch up for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
We got some City questions. Platypus said, is it worth holding Bilva with Kev back looking good? I mean, that's just we need news, I guess, on Bilva's fitness. Can I get a hell yeah? I said, is it worth investing in a big boy again like Kev? And then T-Cap said, do I pivot to Raz with my Ron money, or do I move to Grealish? Is the jackening finally upon us?
I think we definitely need to keep an eye on Bill and Kev when they're on the pitch together, because Bill was playing in deeper positions than normal. I mean, Kev, that was another thing we were talking about in Discord. I mean, Kev plays striker. He's really not. I mean, he did drop deep, at times to find the ball and get into the game, but he's not a midfielder anymore, really. I think with his fitness and, how much running is required in those midfield 3 positions for Pep, usually with the defensive work, it seems like he's really playing as that false 9 or whatever the fuck you want to call it, middle of the front 4. Really, he plays with the front 4, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Is one of those players,
There's no name for Pep shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like between him, Gundo, sometimes Bill, those players who kind of play in between the wide men, if it's Foden or Mahrez or Raz or whoever on the wide,
they have the average position shit on FFS.
Yeah, I don't go on that site anymore.
For City, it's like it's a very clear back 4. It's like Stones, Diash, Laporte, Zin. Then in the pretty much like the center circle is Rodri. And then it's literally a straight line of 5 players.
Love that.
It's just Mahrez, Kev, Foden, Bill, Jack.
Yeah, just there you go.
Fucking go for it. Have fun. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's something to just keep an eye on. I don't feel like it would really affect FPL like picks. Like there's still going to be good picks and shit like that. But, Bill might be just like a little bit less good when Kevin's in. But
they also don't have to risk him is the thing with the injury. Is like we probably won't get anything because Pep's a fraud, but like why would they risk him when they have other players to choose from and they have Newcastle, it's free. Like just,
but I mean
put McAtee in there or something if you want. Like they'll still roll.
It could also just be nothing. And he's just saying,
be nothing also. Yeah.
I mean, we have to wait for news obviously on that one.
Yeah.
But Raz, I don't know. We don't know who the fuck he's going to play.
Yeah, there's so many options all of a sudden.
There's so many options. And this is the same with the Leeds where I was like, I just want to get 2 City players in. I don't know who he's going to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the 2 ones that I like the most just in life and hopefully it works.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of feeling
you
that,
hit one or
with
two.
City.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Where it's just, they look so irresistible that, you just jam them in your team and you just hope when the team sheet hits that your players are there because they could do 7 on Newcastle easily.
Yeah,
easily,
no
very
reason
easily
not to. Yeah, so, I'm sitting here with Bill. I mean, I'm obviously, like I said, I'm gonna wait till 30 minutes before the deadline, but I don't know what to do, and I fucking want a piece of that shit,
Yeah.
Especially after Foden, just missing out on it. It's like, fuck.
Foden's probably, as we've been kind of touching on, the best pick of the midfielders.
Yeah, I was saying I think Foden is the best when we were getting all the Bilva questions, like when he was popping off, and I went Bilv instead because it just seemed like safer and more logical, and Foden was like maybe hurt and all that stuff. But like, all it took was like basically one game to just be like, okay, cool, Foden's back on top.
Yeah, I mean, I don't also think that if you do have 3 City players and Bilv is one of them and Foden is not one of them, I think that that's a very good upgrade. I don't think that's a lateral move.
I'm probably doing that. I wasn't trying to say it's a lateral move. I was saying I think Foden leapfrogged him and is just clearly the best.
Totally.
Yeah. So I might do that.
Yeah. And Jack, I mean,
I don't know.
He does seem to just never not start him when he's available, which is
that's true. He's started almost every game.
Every game
except for like the first one off of injury. Pretty much every game he's been fit for.
And he's looked good in the middle third. I mean, he hasn't looked good. He just keeps playing him.
He is shooting a lot more, which I don't know how to read into that. Like, is Pep going to be happy because all of his shots get blocked and it turns into dispossessions, or is that direction from Pep to go score some goals? But he scored a goal that didn't come off his dick against Leeds, so that's a great start. And he's shooting more, and he always is in the box. He gets 1 million touches per box every game. So, I mean, it's reasonable. But
7-6.
I would definitely put Foden ahead of him personally.
Yeah, I mean, you're picking him over Bilv would be a big ask too. I don't know. And
if Bilv is still flagged though, then that's fine. I think
they just have so many players for so few spots. It's tough,
Very
I mean,
hard.
who is he going to play in the front 3 in any given week? It's like, who the
no
fuck
idea.
knows?
But like we just said, I mean, usually Jack gets picked, so he has but so does Foden. So
so does Foden. I mean, I guess Mahrez is going to be left out in the cold. I mean, Jesus. I mean, that right wing spot is. I mean, because he doesn't play Raz there. I mean, now I'm sitting with Raz. I'm like, did I do it? Did I do a boo boo? I don't know.
You just make your bed with Raz and then
hopefully he plays somewhere.
We go again. Yeah, hopefully he plays, and hopefully there are matches.
I mean, he has been playing very well.
Raz has been playing very well, and on the right specifically.
Yeah, so maybe this is just that was just his rest, and we'll see.
Foden was very central. I mean, he was like,
he wasn't the widest.
That's where you want him. Yeah, because when Jack's in the team, he's only ever played Jack as the widest thing ever on the left.
Yeah.
So that's good for Foden if Jack's fit and playing. And Raz.
Is playing,
absolutely. So what else do we have to talk about?
Do we have any more questions? I feel like we kind of... Well, my dumb team, I don't know. 2-2.
We got questions. Let's just bang these out.
Okay.
Bear said, what are your views on Jacob Ramsey? It'd be greatly appreciated. Yeah, he's great. Great pick. Right?
Yeah.
Amen. Fat Brian, he said, could you talk about short-term puns? Alon's brother identified Madison as a pick. JWP versus the worst set piece defense is obviously a good one. Is a good 1 week pick, but perhaps 1 week isn't justifiable. How long is short-term to you? What do you look for in their numbers, fixtures, or form to make that decision?
I mean, that's a macro question. I think short-term is 2 or 3 games usually is how I justify that.
Yeah. 2 and 3 games in a position of power.
Yeah,
like if your team is shambles and you have a bunch of fires that you need to put out, I would never make a transfer that's just for 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, I would make a transfer that I would hope for would be for 8 plus.
Yeah, exactly. But what?
There were so many questions.
It's so player specific. I mean, just using the Matto one as an example, we've seen Matto for like 5 years and know that he's a streaky player. He always has been. So in his case specifically, it's like the returns and how he looks. And if he's on fire, like I expect him to retain the fire. When I got Callum, I wasn't like, Callum looks good right now. Like Newcastle are the worst team in the league. They always look bad. But they had 2 really good fixtures and there was no other forward I like. So I was like, yeah, he could score a goal. And he scored 1 goal in 2 games. So fine, worked out. But yeah, it's very contextual. I don't know. It's each player has like a different situation.
And the position too. I mean, which spot is this a premium player? Is this a mid-price player, a cheap player, a 4-5 defender? I mean, how often is it, all that shit? It's just too, I think it's just a little bit too complex.
Well, it's related to low box question, which is also a macro one. He said, in terms of form versus fixtures, is it a better idea to favor form for the top teams and fixtures for the lower teams? Often the results of games involving City, Liverpool, and Chelsea are dependent on how those teams play rather than the opposition. And if favoring form for Chelsea, then is it a good idea to move Chelsea defenders?
Well, Chelsea is never going to keep a clean sheet again. So we could get that out of the way. But
fact.
I mean, yeah, there definitely is some logic in that, right? Like the bad teams have less of a chance. I mean, we've talked about this over the years. Like the bad teams have less of a chance to perform against good teams versus good teams because they're good.
Yeah.
So, I think that, sure. But, it's you're trying to come up with a rule of thumb or a generalization as like kind of like a, operating manual kind of procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But, there's so many more things than just that go into it, I think.
There's no right answer also. There's way more unknown than we will ever know. So it's impossible to give like a straight up thing. That my immediate reaction to reading the question though is like I usually treat it the opposite. Like I would trust, say Liverpool go through a bad run and then have like 5 incredible fixtures. I would trust Liverpool players a lot. Versus Antonio and West Ham have incredible 4 good fixtures coming up, and I don't trust them at all.
Yeah, but they have a better chance of performing in those games than a Liverpool when they play, good teams. Like if they have the similar run of bad fixtures, I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding the question as well or the same way, but like, isn't that kind of what he's saying?
What do you mean?
Like if you say you have Liverpool and West Ham and they have the same set of fixtures and they're both bad.
Yeah.
Liverpool have a better chance of that matters more for West Ham, like avoid than Liverpool. Cause it's like, oh yeah, they could still beat all these fucking teams.
I see. Well, that's what he was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense to me, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the perspective that I was talking about was like, how much do I factor form into making my transfer, I guess. And in the case of West Ham, it's like the entire factor is how they look in form versus like Liverpool and City and whatever is like very little.
Yeah.
With
meanwhile, we brought Antonio in when he looks and the team looks like dog shit and they have good fixtures. So
we
never learn.
we're taking him out though.
Right the fuck out.
Yeah,
right.
spoiler alert. So fuck off. Tomoda said best Bob Sanchez replacement. Oh, this is a question for you. He said, "Is it finally
gun replacement? Like, if I would ever sell Sanchez,
is it finally time to get him gone with the United Brighton game canceled?" Oh, Tom, you wrote this question in the past. There's many games canceled.
I'm allowed to do a goalkeeper move this week, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You allow you?
Yeah.
Give me your blessing. Okay,
absolutely.
I mean, they're all expensive is the issue, the goalkeepers. I mean, there's no good under 5 million goalkeeper. So it's Rammers, it's Lloris, it's Emmy.
Well, you can't get Lloris.
Why not?
Because they might never play again.
They're supposed to play on Sunday.
I don't see it. I don't buy it.
They're playing your team, so your fucking team's not playing?
Yeah, they're probably not playing.
They didn't play this game because of the other team. Leicester was riddled.
As if we know what's actually happening.
We do know because Leicester's game's fucking canceled and his first game's not. So
yeah, I don't know. This is the type of situation where Jeff's logic, I'm like, yeah, just get Emmy. Like 30 minutes before the deadline, like we know Emmy doesn't have COVID. I'm like, this is a good one for just get Emmy. That argument is pretty strong.
Other point.
But Rammers
Spurs
is incredible.
Have about 5 games on the docket for doubles.
Yeah. I mean, Lloris will come into my team when the triple game weeks are happening, and I will captain him.
But that also might not be until... That might not be until... Like, we have a wild card, right? That won't be for a while.
Yeah. Right now, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, fine, dude. I mean, I was thinking about him. I don't know.
But Rammers is a great pick also.
This is the same as last year. I can't go back to... I can't be late to the best goalkeeper pick. I have to go someone bad to keep compounding my losses.
Fucking disasters. I got so lucky that I picked the by far best keeper in the game because otherwise I would just
wildcarded on the right week.
I'd be with you.
You'd be like me with Bob. You'd still have Bob. We would be both Bob buddies.
So lucky.
And you'd be like 200K lower.
People think I'm like doing well because I'm like good and shit. It's like
it's just because 99%
like luck. Yeah, Rammers has got me so many points.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Like he's probably averaging like 6 points a game for me or something.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Absolutely cracked. Yeah, you'll get someone. I don't know.
But I mean, that's about it.
That's the list. Yeah.
Well, the other thing too, which it's hard for me to say this. Wolves. Yeah.
Yeah.
All they do is play
for the clean
ass fuck Nuno ball, even though Nuno's not even there anymore.
Yeah.
I think Sa's bad, for the record. I think he's a bad goalkeeper. I think he reminds me very much of Rui, where he stops the shots and then he does a fucking stupid ass thing that
he does concede a lot of rebounds.
Miggs would have done or something.
I
don't think he's a good goalkeeper at all from what I've seen so far. But dude, the way they play is just, it's a joke. You know what I mean? They have all of the fucking same Nuno hardwiring of all the center backs blocking everything. And, they just don't.
Sa's a great pick. Absolutely.
And what are we missed Liverpool City games are out of the way. I mean, playing Chelsea, I don't even know if that's bad. Watford, Arsenal, Man United. I mean, none of these are even that scary. And then they have a little bit of a good run. But yeah, I mean, the way they play is 5-1. He's definitely an option.
He's also played 17 games and he's gotten a save point in 11 of them. And he gets bonus when they clean.
When he gets assists, he gets bonus.
Well, that too. But yeah, he gets regular save points, he gets cleans, they play defensive. He's a great pick.
Yeah. So there are picks. They all just happen to be 5 million and above, which is that's just what it is.
Another keeper question. Beasley said, "What the fuck is up with Guaita? Is he an immediate transfer out?" Yeah, what was the deal with him?
Well, he like broke a finger or something. So
seems really
he was
bad.
on the bench. It was just unusual to see him on the bench, I think.
Yeah, if you broke a finger, I'd assume you're fucked as a keeper, but
I mean, I don't think so, because you just tape it up and you put a fucking plate on there, and you make a custom glove or whatever. The 2 fingers, but
shocker.
Either
glove.
way, I mean, put Butlin on. Yeah, shocker, absolutely. You put Butlin in and whatever, but yeah, we are not a clean sheet factory, so.
Yeah, comparing
the clean sheets we did keep
rough.
were just kind of like by accident in the first place, like the few that we have kept this season. We just don't do that. So yeah, he's a bad pick. I mean, picking our defenders is bad.
And they don't play this week, so
so
good time to get rid.
Yeah, definitely.
And then last question, a little hem dog. He said, "Will this COVID time off break make Kane good again?"
We'll find out on Sunday if they actually play
the theory is
hem dog.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, he might score a goal for the second time this year.
Yeah,
on December 19th. We'll find out.
Any other games you want to talk about, or just
I think
we're good. We're good. We actually got captain questions. Yeah. So Jeff D said, weekly. Is it dumb to not cap Mo? Question. The weekly, is it dumb to not cap Mo? Question. Voldy said Cancelo cap is obvious, right?
Yeah.
And then Chester said Foden cap against dumb fuck how.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna captain Raz this week.
Dude, Jeff put a Raz emote after the question in Discord.
Yeah, I mean, that's a surprise from fucking pervert, but I do think that this is a captain a city player, not Mo weekend.
Yeah, I'm not captaining Mo.
Yeah,
I don't even think the game is gonna happen. It's a disaster.
I'm gonna vice Mo, but yeah, I'm gonna captain Raz.
I mean,
you think the game might? So I mean, is this? This is another one where I'm not gonna vice captain, someone who's playing on Saturday, like Martinelli or something.
I probably will. Yeah, I probably will.
You're gonna do it on Ollie. Okay. Yeah,
I'll probably vice Ollie or fucking Rammers or something. Honestly.
Rammers. Wow. All right. Maybe I will. I'll see,
I just think Mo's ceiling is pretty low in that game. No VVD, no Fabinho. I don't know.
Spurs also, but again, haven't played in.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know.
I think it's bad. We don't even know who's going to be available.
We just don't know anything. Yeah. It's ridiculous to even talk about this because we're going to get pressers that fucking 10 more people are positive. Yeah. It's going to be a nightmare.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, as of right now, I'm on Captain Raz with Mo viced. So
nice.
I don't know. I'm definitely not changing the Raz cap. I might change the vice because, as we saw this week, it might matter since Raz played 0 minutes. But I definitely think that you should be on a city player this weekend.
Yeah, Cancelo is very safe and very obvious. I mean, off.
I mean, the only thing is not to do cap vice in the same because who knows, they wake up that day and they're riddled and the game gets called off. You definitely don't want to vice and cap. So
that's rest of the season status right now is you don't cap and vice in the same game.
Yeah. But I think Cancelo's a great pick.
It's a fun punt. Anytime it's not Mo, it's a very fun punt week. I mean, obviously you're not going near a Chelsea player, but yeah, it's Cancelo, Foden, Kev, Raz, Build if he's fit. Fucking some perverts are gonna do Saka, Laka, Martinelli, Watkins. They're all gonna be represented, no question.
Yeah, could be.
So I really don't mind going wild for those.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do yet because I'm waiting until 8:30 a.m. on Saturday my time.
What are you?
So I have Bill flagged and Antonio's not playing and he's bad. So those are on the cards. I mean, it'd be cool to get Martinelli and join you there. Be cool to get Foden too. Those are guys I'm talking about. I mean, I actually have 11. That other than Bill all should play.
I mean, I have fucking 12.
Somehow we're just Dodge Neo in the Matrix right now. Some people have 5.
Yeah, I love the cancellations were great. I took a minus 50 when I had 5.
Yeah, true.
When the Brighton and Spurs got called off.
Dude, maybe come back.
Yeah,
comeback season.
Well, I don't have a goalie, obviously, but I haven't had a goalie for years. So.
Yeah, well, you'll deal with that.
Yeah, I'll fix that, of course.
No worries. But yeah, so that's the kind of shit Bumo, I'm thinking about. Yeah, I can turn Bumo into Martinelli.
Yeah, that could be nice.
So that's
Antonio.
cool.
But I mean, what would you do with Antonio? Like, would you get Laka?
I don't know. I don't have money to move Bill Foden, but Antonio would provide me with the money. No, I'd probably get someone who like starts games.
Gelhardt starts. James is fucked, dude. Gelhardt's going to be starting. He's the only player they have to start in the position is Gelhardt. Actual.
No, I like Gelhardt. I actually do like Gelhardt.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you.
But it's probably not who I'm going to get. But I don't know. No, I might. I might.
You should.
Do you know what you're doing yet? Or you're just waiting, right?
I mean, I need a goalie, obviously, because it's just I can't keep doing this to myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know like how that looks because as of right now, I have Ziyech on the bench because I can't start 5-5-0 formation. They won't let me.
Fuck.
And I don't want to bench Martinelli against Leeds.
Gelhardt lone up top.
Yeah, as of right now, that's what I'm rolling with. But if
that's fucking awesome.
But if I'm gonna get a goalie, I would have to do something to get money because I only have 4-7. So I don't even think there is a the only 4-7 goalie that I could afford that's playing this weekend is Dubravka against City. So
it'd be entertaining.
It would be worse than 0.
Here's the argument for Dubravka. Ceiling. Okay. 18-pointer. Like he just makes like 15 saves, max bones, like saves the pen. Like that's his ceiling at City. The argument is, floor is -3.
I mean, I do love him. But then I would keep Antonio.
You believe in Eddie.
Eddie?
Well,
Edward.
Eddie Howe.
Forget it.
But I mean, you could just do Antonio to Ollie.
Yeah, I could do that. And then I could get into the next tier of...
That's so easy.
I could afford Meslier.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
Not like this.
I mean, that's all that would do for me. Literally, that's it.
You just go up to 4-9?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, dude. All the goalkeepers are so expensive. It's a mess.
You could get Pickford.
They don't play.
Gotcha.
I would rather get Meslier than Pickford. I would never get Pickford.
I know. That's kind of why it was like a funny thing that I said. Yeah. You could just go down to Fernandez on Brenham.
Also don't play.
Fuck.
Dude, I just told you the literal only picks that are under 5 are Meslier at 4-9 and Dubravka at 4-4.
Fuck. Yeah, you need to figure out a way to get Sa or Emmy.
Do you think that... So do you think taking that hit for... I mean, and then just putting Gelhardt on the bench?
Yeah.
So then once again, that leaves me literally...
But then what
these are
forward
my choices.
Are you getting?
Yeah. Chris Wood. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I could do Jim. Yeah. Callum.
Cheeky Callum.
I don't want any of these players, dude.
I know. You shouldn't get any of them.
Yeah.
What are Burnley's fixtures?
Who gives a shit?
I do very little shits. No, I like
that's the problem. I love Wood so much, but I fucking hate Burnley so much more that it would be difficult.
You're like hedging a little bit though. Yeah. It's like at least it's fucking Wood. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they have Everton and Leeds coming up.
I could, I could get Wood and just start Gelhardt over him.
Actually, I like that. I would start Gelhardt over him.
Fucking
at least he's fucking nailed. Yeah. And on pens, like.
Let me see. And then this way, if I did get Wood.
So Antonio to
then
Wood.
I could get rid of, then I could keep Bob the Monster and get rid of Guan. For anyone.
Huge.
I want Lloris.
Are you going to keep Bob for 38 game weeks?
Try. Yeah. I want Lloris, though. I want to get French fuck.
No, get him later.
Get Sa? Should I do Sa?
Salah's a great pick. You get to make fun of Chelsea when they can't score.
I can't do Emmy if I get Wood for the guy.
Damn. Yeah, I do love the Emmy pick.
I'm 0.1 off. All right, this is
tired, this is horrible podcasting.
I'll figure this fucking bullshit out later.
Let me slap asses. We got one ass to slap. We got Tom McCray slumping us. Get in there. New sign up. Thank you very much. Good GM. Any last words by you?
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Check us out at FMLVille.com. Follow us on Twitter and FMLVille. Support us. Patreon.com/FMLVille. Subscribe. Rate the future.